and welcome. In this video we're going to take a look at the brand new Sigma 16-28 f2.8 DCD and contemporary and how it stacks up to Tamron 17-28 f2.8. At the time of making this video, both of these lenses are selling for 899 freedom money, but here in Sweden, interestingly enough, the Sigma is actually about $100 cheaper. I've already done a video about the Tamron 17-28, so we're not going to talk about that lens too much in this video. But I thought it could be interesting to have something to compare this lens to, since they are so similar in weight, size, price and specifications. Right now I'm recording this video on the Tamron 17-28, but let's swap these lenses and see how the Sigma 16-28 looks instead. Oh. Autofocus check. Sorry for the squeaky chair. Anyway, all of the material you are going to see is shot on the Sony a7 IV. For the test photos, lens corrections have been turned off to get a better look at distortion, vignetting and chromatic aberration. So, without further ado, let's take a look at the image quality. Already at f2.8, it looks really good over the whole image. Granted, there is some vignetting at 2.8 and you can also see some distortion, but that's nothing that can't be fixed in post easily. If we compare the Sigma to Tamron, I would say that Sigma wins in sharpness and has lower amounts of chromatic aberration, but the Tamron looks to have slightly less distortion and vignetting. Per usual, both clear up, vignetting very good at around f4 and even better at f5.6, but the Sigma still remains a tad sharper, especially in the corners. How about autofocus speed and focus breathing? In this test I set the autofocus speed to max and it's very clear that the Tamron is much quicker, where the Sigma is pretty slow for being at max speed. I did a quick test of flaring and personally, I don't really have an opinion or preference when it comes to flaring, but the Sigma has a blue tint and the Tamron has more of a green tint. The closest focusing distance for the Sigma is about here, but the Tamron is I think 5 or 6 centimeters closer actually, so if you like to get really close, the Tamron is your better lens there. So, conclusion time. Which lens is better? As I said in the beginning, they are very similar in price, specification, size, pretty much everything. The Sigma is sharper, has better corner sharpness, might not have as good autofocus. So I would say if you take a lot of photos, maybe even landscape photos and stuff like that, I would probably say that the Sigma is the better choice. If you're doing video, it pretty much boils down to that if you want that extra millimeter, because in 4K video, I honestly don't think you're going to see a lot of difference, especially if you're doing like vlogs and stuff like that, where the focus is mainly in the center. I don't think you're going to see much difference between these lenses. I was hoping for a bit better focus breathing performance, especially since this lens, the Sigma 28-70 2.8, basically has no focus breathing at all. In conclusion, I think it's a very good lens. If you're trying to decide between this lens and the Tamron 17-28, I would ask, do you want that extra millimeter on the wide end? And if you don't really need that, I would say get the one that is cheaper. Anyway, that's pretty much all I have to say about this lens, so thank you so much for watching. Drop a like if this video was helpful to you and consider subscribing if you want to see more videos like this. Yeah, peace out.